So, you have another season of dressing up one's darling for me? Yes, sir, I do. And this time I was thinking we should, up the animation level to meet Studio Mappa levels of animation, right? Will that make us more money? It will cost more money. I heard more money, I'm sold. I'm not gonna question that. So anyway, I was talking in the music department, guys, and they had this really good idea for an ending song. Oh, and what's that? Alright. KAWAII. I like it. Let's do it. Wait, I did have more words to that. You can't improve on perfection. What, so you expect to have a song with just one word? One word with several different cadences and timing. You know what? Once again, I'm just not gonna question it. And so anyway, then we're gonna open on a scene of, assassin bunny girls trying to explode this casino. What? And it's funny, right? Because, they're gonna try to explode the casino with dynamite, but they don't really know how dynamite works in the sense that you've got to throw it after you light it. Still, what? And so, they explode, and they're all like, how could this have possibly happened while still being very uninjured despite having a stick of dynamite explode in front of them? It's super funny. I thought this was a story about cosplaying, not assassin bunny girls. Well, no, this is actually Gojo doing research on the show that the next cosplay is based on, in which Marin's going to become a bunny girl, right? Oh, I see, it's a bunny girl outfit. Man, we really are making our way through all the cliches. It does seem that way for sure, and so anyway, once the cosplay is gone, they're gonna take photos in the studio, right? Wait, the outfit's already done? I thought it took Gojo at least 3 episodes to make an outfit in season 1. Oh, well, you see, the thing about that is you weren't supposed to notice that. Just adding some funny bit about how, the suit doesn't cover her chest properly, and so they have to make some fixes. That should do it. Done, and so then it's gonna be Halloween, right? Ooh, Halloween, very spooky. Yeah, and we're also gonna break a cute little season 1 rule we had. Which is? Get this, Marin's gonna wear a cosplay that Gojo put hours upon hours of work into more than one time. What is this revolutionary behavior occurring in front of my ears? Exactly, and so Gojo, Marin, and all of Marin's friends are going to be at, karaoke on Halloween, right? Oh, what's everyone's costume? Well, Marin's gonna be wearing her bunny girl outfit without the wig, though, and Gojo's gonna be a pink bunny. A full-size pink bunny suit on Halloween. Now, where have I seen friends do this before? Shut up, it was on TV last night. You write these things in a night? Yeah, usually about 2 hours. Well, that explains a lot. Anyway, one of Marin's friends is gonna be singing, right? And then she's gonna ask the all-important question. Who wants to go next? Nah, she's gonna ask if Marin and Gojo are dating. Wait, they're not, right? No, they're not. Then why did you have her ask? So that we could have Gojo do a funny spit take to, end the episode. Oh, a spit take, that will never get old. Much like me. What? Anyway, what's up next? Well, Marin's sick, right? Okay. And then Gojo gets sick taking care of her. Alright, can we quit it with the real life stuff and get back to cosplaying, please? Sure, and so then Marin and Gojo, they're gonna go to this cosplay event, right? And Marin's gonna be, dressed as Suzuka-tan, and it's gonna take place in an aquarium. Seems like all the water would really ruin the makeup. Not inside the aquarium. I mean, they are inside the aquarium, but they're actually inside the tanks in the, you know what, it's not important. The point is they're gonna meet this other cosplayer named Amane. Ah, who's this lady? Well, first of all, they're a guy. Oh, my mistake. They are gonna be dressed as a girl, though. Wait, then how was I or anyone else watching supposed to know that? You just were, and now I'm afraid I'm gonna have to report you, and you're gonna be on some lists. Oh, dang it, so what's this guy like? Well, he teaches Marin and Gojo a lot of new cosplaying tricks. Like what? Like he tells them where they can go to equip some chests. Wait, you can do that? Apparently. Well, people need to know about this. Can we make it like the title of the episode? Way ahead of you, and so then we're gonna have a scene of Marin doing actual work and modeling, right? Oh, cool. We can see how she makes her money to support her very, very costly hobby. And then a scene of Marin and Gojo celebrating Suzuka-tan's birthday, during which Gojo will have a completely normal face, not freaked out at all. Oh, like when I came over to your house and explained to you that the money I stole from your paycheck allowed me to buy my 10th yacht. Wait, you said it was your 9th yacht. Speaking of which, I think my 11th yacht is arriving today. Oh my gosh. So anyway, what happens next? Well, the school festival's coming up, right? Oh yeah, these people are still in school, aren't they? Yeah, and this school has like a beauty contest / fashion show where, the guys are gonna dress as girls and the girls are gonna dress as guys. That seems like an oddly specific and plot-convenient type of talent show. No, it's not, and so then Marin's gonna decide to cosplay the ever-famous host Rei-sama. So based upon the rules of this talent show, I'm assuming she's dressing as a dude, right? Well, kind of. I mean, the character is like a girl who dresses as a guy for work, right? Wait, is that allowed for the talent show, considering she's cosplaying as a girl who's dressed as a guy? For plot reasons, it's gonna be, and so then Marin and Gojo, they're gonna make like this nice white suit and this multicolored rose and this really cool wig. And does she win the talent show / beauty pageant? Well, she puts on an amazing performance that leaves everyone swooning, and, she does win first place. Oh, yay, though we really didn't expect anything different, did we? And then Marin's gonna remember that she likes Gojo, despite the fact that, she hasn't mentioned it at all this season yet. Wait, why not? Well, it's very simple. I forgot it was a thing. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. And so then Marin's gonna realize that, she's gained just a little bit of weight. Wait, that can happen to anime characters? I thought they just whatever they wanted and stayed thin. Well, in this anime, costly indulgences shall not go unpunished, or so I say. And so anyway, Marin can't model for a while. Oh, that's not good. But more importantly, she can no longer fit in her skin-tight cosplay. It feels like she should be a little more worried about potentially losing her livelihood than losing her favorite hobby. Well, she's not, and so now she's on a diet. Oh, how long is that gonna last? For the rest of the season, but she's gonna buy a camera to make herself feel better. Ooh, a camera, how fancy, and also about time. And then Marin and Gojo are gonna go to another cosplay event where Gojo's gonna meet this prop cosplayer, Akira-sama, right? Oh, what's he like? Well, they are a girl. Oh, dang it. Please don't put me on any more lists. Don't worry, you won't be punished for this one. But when I got Amine wrong like 2 minutes ago, you said, listen, sir, I don't make the rules. I just come up with them and write them down and repeat them to everyone. Kinda sounds like you did make them. And so anyway, what's this Akira girl like? Well, you know, she makes props and also does regular cosplays, and you know, she also, hates Marin. What? How could anyone hate Marin? She's a saint. Ah, dang it, you're right. She actually really does like Marin, but, you know, it's gonna look like hate to an outside observer. Haha, I knew no one could hate my body pillow. Yeah, wait, what? What? Never mind. So then we're gonna adjourn from the cosplay event to this large group of people who we slowly accumulated throughout the season, and yet you would only know their names if you were really paying attention. Wait, who? Exactly, and so then they're gonna decide to do a group cosplay of this horror game called Coffin, right? Oh, what's this game all about? I'm not gonna describe it here. You should probably just read the manga. Okay, then. Wait, did you already have that preloaded? Don't question it. Just, Okay. Yeah, that seems about right. And so the group's gonna decide they're gonna cosplay as the nuns within the game, right? Ooh, a group cosplay. That sounds exciting, invigorating. Another action word I can't think of. Exactly, but they're 2 nuns short, so they decide to ask the previous season to loan them some characters. What? Juju-sama and her little sister are going to decide to join the cosplay event. And Gojo's gonna make them all? Seems like a lot of work. No, these are cosplays you can buy at the cosplay store, which is a thing now, I decided. Wait, if he's not making the cosplays, then why is Gojo even here at all? Well, he's the main character, so you know, he's there even when he really doesn't have any reason to be. I would have thought since he contacted a prop making, you know, cosplayer that he would be interested in making props for this event. Oh yeah, let's have him do that. Also, we could take the pictures. Deal, and so then we're gonna have this funny scene where Gojo's gonna buy like an energy drink so he can stay awake at night and play the coffin game, but Marin's gonna think he bought an aphrodisiac. Oh, that is funny. Yeah, so she thinks stuff is about to go down, and she even goes through the trouble of getting prepared herself. Oh, and then what happens? Well, seeing as this thing is a giant misunderstanding, we're only a season and 2/3 in, nothing. Oh, right. Stupid PG anime. Well, alright, fine, TV-14. There you go, and so then Marin decides that she's gonna confess her feelings to Gojo on the day of the cosplay event, right? And does she? Well, the thing about that line is it's really like telling people you feed your kids organic. It's just something you say without any intention of ever doing. Gotcha. Our favorite pastime. There is a problem, though. What's that? Juju-san was ready to drop out of the cosplay because she doesn't like doing group cosplays, I decided. Oh no, how are they going to fix this shocking turn of events? Well, they teach her the secret of camera angles so that, you know, she can cosplay as her favorite character, Black Lobelia, which she always thought she was too short to do. And then she's on board. All the way. And so then the day of the group cosplay event's gonna happen, right? Oh, and how does it end up going? Quite well. I mean, there's a lot of blood and a lot of decapitated human body pieces. Yeah, skip, just all the way skip. Marin finds out that, you know, not only is Akira just a giant fan of her work, according to Akira, Marin is best girl. And I'm assuming Marin will have a down-to-earth and very gracious and humble reaction to this, right? Nope, she's so happy that she starts screaming about how no one's ever called her the best girl before. Clearly, she has never been on the internet. I know, right? But in all her screaming, she does wind up giving Akira just, you know, the slightest of major panic attacks. Again, clearly she has never been on the internet. Anyway, then we're gonna have a nice original scene of Marin taking a selfie of her and Gojo, right? Oh, that's cute. What's up next? Oh, that's it. What did you just say? Yeah, that was the end of the season. It has now ended. No. Give me more. Give me more. Sorry, you will have to wait at least 2 or possibly 3 years. I really don't care. Alright, fine. But do you think that maybe ending on a scene that, you know, didn't resolve anything from the season and also wasn't even in the manga is such a good idea? Absolutely, I see nothing that could go wrong with that. So, you have another shieldy hero for me? Yes, sir, I do. And I'm assuming you remember where we left off the last season, right? I absolutely do not. Oh, that is so... Actually, it's probably fine. And so anyway, Naofumi's gonna be flying on Gaia to this place, Kitenlo, right? Which is, like, not Japan. Definitely not Japan. And why is he doing that? Well, at the end of last season, Raftalia wore some, you know, red and white robes, and so, you know, clearly that means only one thing. She wants to be the emperor of a place she's literally never heard of before. Clearly. And so Naofumi, he's going to this place, Siltavet, right? Because it's the only place with trading ships ships to not Japan. And so he's going to arrive in Siltivet, and then he's gonna book a ship, and, we'll probably be in and out in, like, one episode, right? Well, not quite, because, Siltivet is, like, it's, like, founded by a previous shield hero, so they worship him as, like, a god there, right? So, and he's pretty much the king as well. Okay, so he's gonna arrive, have some pomp and circumstance, and then he'll get to the ship. So probably around 2 episodes, right? Try 6. What? That's like half the season. Exactly. Do you worry that spending so much time on this side quest will make the actual, important part of the season feel rushed? Never even crossed my mind. And so then anyway, Naofumi's gonna arrive in Siltivet, and everyone is just so happy to see him. Oh, he must like that. He will hate every single moment of it, especially the part where all the nobles send their, young daughters to him while he's in the bath. Oh no, how is he gonna fix such a precarious situation? Well, he's the shield hero, so he uses shields. Oh, he's gonna, I see. Okay, I guess if that was your goal, then yeah, you should definitely do that. And then we're gonna meet this lion guy, Juralis, right? Oh, what's this guy who's lion so roar? What's this Rory guy like? Well, you have the White Tiger siblings Full and Atla, right? Because, he killed their father. Oh, that is just so not good. No, it's not. And so then anyway, after Naofumi survives the poisoning attempt... Wait, who tried to poison the shield hero in broad daylight? Not important, because he had antidote ready to go for everyone. Well, how did he know to do that? Oh yeah, I should have mentioned at the start of the season, we find out the Queen of Melmorak gave Naofumi the script for this part of the show. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that would do it. And so anyway, Naofumi decides that Juralis probably did these things, so he's gonna suggest a duel with him. Oh, and how does that go? Well, Full and Atla are gonna fight him, and Full decides that it's time to level up. Oh, and how are we gonna show that? Well, get this, the White Tiger is gonna turn into a frickin' white tiger, and so, he's gonna smack Juralis to the ground over the course of, 2 episodes. Wait, did you say 2 episodes? And so the Naofumi's won the fight, he can actually go to not Japan now. Wait, was that the condition of the duel? I thought he just wanted to, bring justice who would be poisoned. Apparently, and so he's gonna take, like, all the main characters and all the side characters on the ship there, right? But there's a problem. Not Japan sent assassins to kill Naofumi and all his crew before they managed to land there, and, they're impervious to all hero magic. Oh no, if the heroes can't attack them, then what can they possibly do against this foe? By jumping off the side of a ship. Well, I guess that is one strategy. It does end up working out, though, because, Raftalia, Sedina, Naofumi, and, Gailan, they actually end up on the shores of not Japan, thanks to the water dragon. Wait, what's this about, a water dragon? Oh, the water dragon is like, the protector of not Japan, and, it's a mystical beast that's going to communicate several times non-verbally with the characters. So it's just something that drives the plot forward. Essentially, yes, and so then it's going to tell them through this classic non-verbal communication style that, they gotta destroy this lighthouse to remove the barrier that stops anyone from landing on the island so that, their friends can land on the island. Wait, if no one can get in, then how did Naofumi and, like, half his crew get in? Because, you know what? That works. Great, and so anyway, they need to take out a lighthouse, right? And the people guarding it as well. Ooh, fighting people who have an immunity to all hero powers sounds like that'll be difficult. Actually, super simple, barely an annoyance. Oh, really? Yeah, because this guy who Naofumi's only met a whole one time gives him a shield that allows him to, fight the people he's not supposed to fight. And does that mean they successfully destroyed the lighthouse and the barrier? They do, and their friends all arrive, and it's like a happy reunion sort of thing, right? Great, now that they're all in the country, does that mean they're finally going to go to the Emperor and try to convince them that, Raftalia putting on the white and red robes was really just a misunderstanding? Oh no, Raftalia is fully set on becoming Emperor of the country now. I'm sorry, I must have missed that. When did that giant change in the plot happen? Oh, that was always happening. Well, if it was always going to happen, then why not just have it as though she wanted the throne from the start? Because I'm not going to rewrite what I've already written. And so anyway, then Raftalia and the army is going to, go to this old capital where Raftalia is going to get some vague Emperor powers. Oh, did they meet any armies along the way? Because surely they would, Oh no, despite the fact that there is, supposedly an Imperial army, we will never, ever see them. And we're only ever going to meet its commander, this lady Shieldina, right? Oh, I'm a little bummed about the fact there's no army, but what's this new girl like? Well, she's going to look a lot like Sadine. Wait a second, she looks similar and her name is similar. That's anime logic for they must be related. Oh, dang it, how did you guess my crazy plot twist? Yes, she is Sadina's little sister, and you know what? She's also going to challenge her older sister to a duel. Oh, and how does that go? Well, since she hasn't had much screen time up until now, Sadina decides that, for this one scene, she is just completely unkillable. Well, if she's all-powerful, then what is Shieldina gonna do? Well, she's gonna summon the soul of a previous emperor into her body, right? So, we have kind of like a final boss for Raftalia to fight. I have what? On just so many levels. Oh, don't think about it too much, or you will go crazy. But anyway, the point is that this older emperor is gonna look exactly like Raftalia, except she's got red lips and carries a giant sledgehammer. A final fight with two people who share the exact same powers and even look alike. Now, where have I seen this before? Oh, right. everywhere. Shut up, I was stuck for a way to end it. I mean, the current emperor is literally like just a child. You could have had the emperor's imperial army fight Raphtalia's rebellion army, you know, like a real civil war. Oh, I'm begging you, please shut up. And so anyway, then evil Raphtalia is gonna decide that she can fly now, and also she's gonna go explodificate the capital. And what reason is that? Oh, some vague reason that's not important at all. The important thing is that, you know, the final fight is gonna take place in the capital now. I like it. So how does the actual final fight go? Well, I mean, Raphtalia swings her sword and makes a couple of funny colors, and, you know, evil Raphtalia does the same with her hammer, and, you know, eventually it's just over. Oh, that seemed rather quick. That's because it was, and, you know, evil Raphtalia has decided that Raphtalia is a worthy successor to the throne of not Japan. Wait, is that what this fight was about? The evil emperor didn't just spawn in and decide to randomly start destroying things? Apparently, and so, you know, Raphtalia is like, you know, the emperor of a country now. And anyway, then we're gonna cut to the spear era. Oh, right, there are at least 3 other heroes in this thing, aren't there? Oh, yeah, he's undergone a lot of character development off screen, and, you know, he wears, like, this fancy armor now, he's got a lot of new spells, he's got Philolias with him, and, you know, he kills the evil princess. Wait, he just kills one of the most central villains to the entire plot in just one random scene without any build-up? It does seem that way, though maybe he doesn't really kill her, because, you know, there's something about, you know, maybe he didn't, you know, destroy her soul or something, and there's gonna be, like, a little twitch at the end. It's probably not important, though. I have questions. Good, and so then we're gonna end the season on like some happy fun time memories kind of thing where everyone's back in the village and they're all so happy. Oh, well, I'm glad to see the happy people doing the happy things are happy. Right before we show the teasers of how season 5 is gonna be crazy and horrific and Naofumi's gonna have blood all over him. He's going like this. Oh my gosh, that is just such a giant jump and also a little scary. Exactly, which is why I think we should have it as the main image of just, you know, every single article about this show. You think that might be a bit scary? I mean, considering that it's going to be a picture of Naofumi covered in blood. Not to mention spoilery if people are just randomly wandering these websites and haven't seen the season yet. Let me think about that. No. Okay then. So, you have an anime for me? Yes, sir, I do. And this one's all about how easy it is to deal with the Mikadona sisters. Well, why do these sisters have to be dealt with at all? Well, you see, that's the name of the show. Fair enough. And so the main character is this guy, Ayase Yu, right? And you know, he's the son of a famous actress who unfortunately has passed away. What of? Of needing to have a reason for you to move in with the Mikadona sisters. Ooh, I hear that's fatal. Extremely, and so she left him with one final wish, which was for him to have a happy family. Oh, that's actually kind of a melancholy start to a series. Exactly. And you know, the thing about Yu is that he's a completely normal person. Wait, what? Yeah, he's a completely, you know, just everyday, average, normal person. Yeah. And the way you're saying that makes it seem like it's a bad thing. But considering that every other character in this story is, you know, storied and accomplished, I would say so. Oh, well, what's he bad at exactly? Well, he's not really that book smart. Okay, that doesn't make you useless as a person, though. And, you know, despite the fact that his mother was a great actress, he cannot act. Well, I mean, if his mother was an actress, then she must have had the looks, so, does he also have the looks? Oh, he's got those. So maybe he could do some modeling or something. You don't need acting skills for that. Shut up, and also, you know, he's not good at sports either, so clearly he just has no value as a person. Wait, are you saying if a character is not good at either, you know, book reading, martial arts, or, you know, acting, then, you know, they are useless as a person? Pretty much, and so when Yu finally does move in with the Mikadona sisters, they don't like him at all, because they're all great at stuff, and he's not. Oh, and who are these sisters, and what are they like? Well, you got the oldest, Kazuki, right? And she's tall, with purple hair, and she exceeds at playing male roles in a theater troupe. Okay, first is tall and purple, got it. And the middle sister, Nico, is, you know, short with orange hair, and she's very into karate. Alright, second is short and orange, got it. And the youngest sister, Miwa, is, you know, a medium normal height, and, you know, she's like a shogi master with green hair. And the third is medium and green. They all have different hair. That's not how genetics work. Oh, shut up. And so then after Yu moves in, he realizes the thing about the sisters is that they don't talk to each other. Oh, that is actually, that's pretty normal for teenage siblings. No, it's not. And so then he decides that, you know, in order to make them talk to each other, they need to start having meals together. Oh, does that mean he's gonna have to learn how to cook? No, because, you know, he already knows how to cook. In fact, he's pretty good at it, to the point where he makes customized meals for each of the sisters. Wait, so this guy who can't do anything well knows how to cook really well? It sure seems that way, for sure. Well, there's a ton of things you can do with that. How good is he portraying an angry middle-aged British man? Oh, I'm begging you to please stop talking. No, I will not, in fact, because, you know, this guy is really good looking, and also he's good at cooking, so, you know, you gotta give him the prodigy status. It just doesn't feel right. One more word about this character being somehow a secret prodigy, and this script goes in the bin. and, you know, the online bin where I actually wrote it before I printed it out, but they're all going in the bin is the point. What if I just pick it out of the bin? One more word in this script, and the laptop is going into the continuously burning pit in the lobby. So tell me about this unremarkable individual known as you. Well, his plan to get the sisters together by eating meals, you know, starts to work. Oh, it does. Well, except for Kazuki, who decides that, you know, she's not about the eating lifestyle. How's he gonna fix that? Oh, he's gonna break into her room. Could he have just knocked instead of, you know, committing crime? No, and so then you find out that Kazuki is stressed, and, you know, he helps her try to run some lines, right? And then she decides that she'll eat with them. Yes, because somehow that ends up working, and then it turns out she's actually just, you know, she doesn't like carrots, or mushrooms, or peppers. Oh, so she's just a picky eater then. That is what we're going with, it seems like. And then anyway, you's gonna find a photo of the sisters when they were young at like a festival, right? Oh, that's cute. And then through some kind of magical coincidence, the very next thing that's going to happen is, you know, all the sisters have their events in the same town as the festival while the festival is happening. Oh, and what kind of magic is that? The magic of me writing it down. Oh, that's good. I like that magic a lot. And so then they're all gonna go to the festival together at Yu's insistence, right? And, you know, they're all gonna wear yukata because it's a festival. And Nico's also gonna wear a yukata, which is gonna seem really weird, despite the fact she looks really good in it. Is that supposed to be surprising? Because you said it in a surprised tone. It's supposed to be anyway, and so then Yu's gonna play this real-life game of Frogger so that he can try to recreate the photo of the sisters when they were young. Why does this random festival have just a whole Frogger course? Because I said so, and then Yu's gonna manage to complete the course after falling into a lake several times. Oh, does that mean he gets the photo? Yeah, it's like a super happy moment, which is why we're gonna immediately cut to the next shock and horror of a scene. What? The sister's father is coming home. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense, they'd be scared. Also, they have a father? Apparently so, and then he's gonna tell you that, you know, I took you in because, you know, me and your mother, we were tight when we were young, but I can't let you stay if you're gonna not do cool stuff. You gotta start doing cool stuff to stay here. Is you gonna show off his cooking skills? Not really, no, and seeing as we never see the father again, don't worry about it too much, it's actually probably not that important. Well then why did you have him make that tremendously plot important threat if, you know, he was never gonna carry it out? Cause spooky, scary, vague stakes, something like that. Those are just buzzwords. And they are very convincing. Great, so Kazuki and Yuga, they're gonna have a little, you know, accidental, very, very purposefully written little fall, which turns into a little kiss scene. Why? Because this show is supposed to be romantic, and I realized that nothing romantic had happened so far. So, you know, just throw in a little kiss that makes some sense, probably, maybe. I like it. It's like we're telling the audience every time they're getting ready to leave, we'll find some way to make them stay. We'll make the story interesting for at least 5 minutes. Exactly. And so then after the accidental purposeful kiss, Kazuki's gonna tell you that, you know, they should go out on a date together. Is that how that works? I need to start purposely pushing people over on accident more. I can assure you that will not end well. And so on the day of the date, Kazuki's gonna show up wearing long hair instead of, you know, her normal short. Oh, I get it. She's so famous she had to wear a wig, right? Well, seeing as that is so much more believable than what I had, yes. Okay, and what do they do on this datiest of dates? They ride a Ferris wheel. Cool, what else? Oh yeah, there's gonna be this cool moment where Kazuki's gonna, like, pull off her wig in front of the moon. It's gonna look really, really cool. Ah, that's cool, I guess. Nothing else, really? Not of importance, no. And so then we're moving on to the Nico arc. Wait, there are arcs in this thing? Sometimes, yes. And so the Nico, the ace of the school's karate team, is going to be reunited with an old childhood friend of hers, the ace of karate of Japan. Oh, what's this guy like? Well, his name's Hayato, right? And despite the fact that he's, you know, probably not such a bad dude, we're going to paint him as just the worst ever. Wait, if he's not the worst, then why are we going to betray him as the worst? Because he suggested that Nico should transfer into his school so that, you know, she could train with him. Well, that's not so bad. Which would take her out of the current story. Oh, never mind. Yeah, this guy is clearly the worst. We've got to get rid of him immediately. Exactly, and so Yu's going to challenge him to a duel. You, the character that we've already set up as unable to complete martial arts, is going to fight against that guy? Shut up, it's not as stupid as it sounds, because, you know, Yu's going to issue a little handicap in the declaration of war, wherein Hayato can only use his non-dominant side. So assuming that he's right-handed, then he can only use his left side. Man, when I had to do that, I had a lot of trouble turning my head. Gonna have to take your word on that. And so anyway, then he's gonna undergo a training measurement with Nico for like about 2 weeks, right? And how does he do? Oh, he gets pummeled to the ground instantly. Oh, so Nico's just gone then, huh? Well, no, because, you know, she decides that she's gonna join the fight now. Wait, was that part of the deal? Well, it is now, and then they're gonna have a duel, which despite the fact that, you know, there's a lot of punches going on, we will see very few of the punches. Oh, a classic anime thinking fight. Yeah, pretty much. And so then she decides that she's got jump boost too, and Superman's changing clothes really fast power, and she deals the knockout blow with a kick. I'm sorry. Seriously, what did you just say? It'll make more sense when the show's actually out. And so anyway, then we're moving on. Alright, I guess what happens next? An amusement park. Oh, what happens there? Oh, well, you see, it's gonna be a whole episode of time, and the main thing I can say about it is you is gonna blush once. Is that it? Once again, despite the fact that was a whole episode of content, yeah, pretty much. And so anyway, then we're gonna start Miwa's arc, right? Who is she again? Shoji Master. Oh, right, sorry. It's just been so long since you mentioned that particular main character that I forgot everything about her. I'm sure you're not the only one. And so then she's gonna go into a match defending her title against this girl Sakura, right? Sakura, let me guess. She's got pink hair. How did you know? And so then the issue is that Miwa seems to be losing, right? Oh, no! But then you has her learn how to make some sweets for her sisters, and then all of a sudden she's winning again. Oh, that's really cool. Is that really all that took to fix her, though? Apparently so. And then we're gonna get some backstory on the Sakura character and learn that she's actually a character in the story now. Wait, but when Nico had an adversary, you made him not a nice guy. What's the difference with Sakura and Miwa? Oh, well, you see the difference there is that Sakura is a female and she's attractive. Oh, I didn't realize she was attractive. Yeah, okay then. And then after Miwa wins the thing that she's already previously won at least once. Let's go with re-won. That sounds correct enough that no one was gonna question it in the comments. And so then anyway, Miwa's gonna give you a little forehead kiss. Aww. And then Sakura's gonna decide that she's a main character now and moving with the Mikadonos. Wait, she can just do that? Well, you'll have to wait till the next season to find out, because you know, that was the end. Oh no, really? Yeah, it really was. So what did you think? Well, you know, in all honesty, Sorry, come again? I said, What? I spent a whole 2 minus 1 equals 1 hours on this thing, and all you have to say is, Well, I mean, it's an interesting story. It's just, you know, I feel like it's missing something to really set it apart from every other anime. Alright, that's fair enough. Maybe we could do like a pop-up shop to, you know, sell merch, kind of get the word out that this is a show, right? No, that's not it. Maybe you can figure it out for season 2. So that's a veto on the pop-up shop then? Oh, I didn't say that. So, you have the cuckoo season for me? Yes, sir, I do. And you know, a big problem of the last season was that Hiro, as one of the main characters, wasn't with the rest of the plot. So we're gonna start this season with throwing her in with the rest of the plot. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. What the heck are you talking about? Well, you know, Hiro's upset at her parents, right? Because, you know, she just realized that being engaged to some random person means that you have to marry said random person. Wait, isn't she supposed to be the smart one? One of them, anyway. And so, anyway, then she decides, without asking the actual inhabitants of the house, that, you know, she's gonna live with Nagi, Sachi, and Erika, right? Oh, now that all the main characters are under the same roof, what kind of shenanigans are they gonna pull? Well, they're gonna use the Ouija board to explain some backstory. What backstory? Well, there was this girl that Nagi liked as a child, right? But, you know, she moved away right after he confessed to her. Wait, she left the exact instant he confessed? The exact instant. Like, he said it, and she was like, I have to go now. Anyway, the point is, she said that she would give him an answer when she returned, right? And how is this story of someone who's going to inevitably return one day significant to the plot, I wonder? Well, she's gonna end up returning. Oh, that's how. But before we get to that, Hiro's gonna get kidnapped in broad daylight. Wait, she gets kidnapped? Who did this to her? Oh, yeah, her parents. Oh. Is that really kidnapping, though? Maybe. Probably. Not. And so anyway, then Nagi's gonna decide that he's gonna rescue Hiro from her own family. Okay, that is actually kidnapping. We will not address that idea in any way, and the important thing is we're gonna finally learn some Hiro backstory, right? Which is something about how Nagi spoke to her once and she decided to get a full-on makeover and, you know, just because she never wanted to see him ever again. Oh, that is actually, no, never mind, I can totally see that. Right? And so then Nagi's gonna realize that the girl who he confessed to has returned, and her name is Ai. Oh, and what's she like? Well, you know, she moved to China, where she became an instant pop star, and, you know, apparently somehow she's also graduated college despite only being 18 years of age. Oh, this girl seems like the real deal. What's she want with Nagi? Well, you know, she decides that, you know, she's gonna marry Nagi. Doesn't he get a say in that? You would think. Well, I mean, she sounds like the girl of his dreams, not to mention probably his first love, so surely Nagi's gonna say yes, right? 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 Well, no, right? Because, you know, he's actually in love with Hiro, right? And also, he's still engaged to Erika, plus Sachi's in there somewhere. Oh, right, the plot. Dang plot for getting in the way of the main character marrying a pop star. And then Hiro's Family Shrine is going to host a festival, right? Ah, a festival the Hiro's family is actively helping to organize. Hey, didn't we have one of these last season? I have no idea what you're talking about. But anyway, the main draw for this festival is that there's going to be like a talent show, a cosplay competition, if you will, in which only the main female characters are participating for some some reason. Is that something you'd normally find at a shrine festival? Shut up, and so Erika's gonna enter as a pink bunny. Oh, a bunny girl, very nice. No, it's a full-on, full-body pink bunny suit. Oh, yeah, and then Sachi's gonna decide to be, a little sister character in a sailor outfit. So, she's just herself then. Essentially, yes, and then Hiro's gonna enter wearing an elaborate set of shrine maiden robes. Oh, so she's winning, right? Well, not quite, because, she's gonna decide for her performance to, actually just sing a song and reveal herself as the world-famous pop star of the same name. What? Who won the cosplay competition, though? No one cares about that anymore, because, a faceless pop star has now become a face-filled pop star. You should really pick a winner. Ah, fine, make it Sachi, then. Okay, what does she win? Does she need to win something? Why would anyone have gone to a cosplay competition if there wasn't something in it for winning? Okay, I guess, give her, 2 tickets to an amusement park. She can go with Nagi. It'll make a good opening to an episode or something. But, the important part is that Ai is gonna leak the idea that she's in love with someone and also a censored photo of Nagi's face. Wait, why? What? Why would she do that? So the Nagi can be on the run from, all the news reporters. Kinda sounds like a crazy and potentially illegal way to get someone to fall for you. Shut up, and so then Hiro's gonna kiss Nagi, right? Whoa, wait, she is? That's huge, isn't it? And then she's gonna ask him to never, ever speak to her again. Very kindly, though. Oh, that is so not what I thought was about to happen. I know, right? It's so fun messing with people's expectations. I mean, you build something up, you think something's gonna happen, and something completely unrelated that doesn't make any sense at all happens. It's so fun to watch people freak out. So does that mean that Hiro's just out of the story then? Oh, not at all. And then we're gonna meet Erika's mom, right? Wait, meet her? We've already met her. Well, we might have seen her face, but we definitely didn't realize that, she was a TV producer who is crazy in the sense that she's crazy because, she locks up Nagi and Erika in a room for 2 weeks. Wait, isn't that just kidnapping and imprisonment? I think the theme that we've decided on is not if they're your parents. And so anyway, the Nagi and Erika, they're gonna be trapped in a room together, right? You mentioned that already. And then after a day, they're still stuck in the same room together. This is the 3rd time you've mentioned that they're trapped in this room. What exactly happens in this room? Nothing at all, which is why Ai's gonna manage to smuggle herself in to make the plot start happening again. Wait, how did I find out where they were? Because I needed her to. And so anyway, then they're all gonna escape from the place, right? And then Nagi's gonna run into Erika's mom on the way out, who reveals that, she's letting them go. Why? Because she got bored or something, and anyway, then she decides to give a very foreshadowy warning to Nagi. Oh, is it gonna be something like, you keep your hands off my daughter, you? Her daughter was engaged to Nagi the last I checked. Oh, okay, sorry. So it's gonna be more like, start putting hands on my daughter, you. No, she's gonna tell Nagi that, his brother, Sasuke, is probably a bit closer than he thinks. Define close. Like, one line in the season finale and just a whole lot of peeping Tom shots. Oh, so it's less like he's close and more like he's stalking them. Pretty much, yeah. And so anyway, the Nagi and Erika realize that, they need to hide from the wrath of, Erika's mother, right? Wait, if she let them go, and Nagi knows that she let them go, then why are they hiding from her? Because that way, Nagi gets to spend a week with Hiro. Wait, is she now a main character again? Indeed, she is. In fact, she's gonna say that exact phrase out loud where people can hear her. Wait, is she breaking the 4th wall, or did she just say something really, really weird? Not important. And then we're gonna meet Hiro's parents. And what are they like? Well, let me tell you, they are not important to the story at all, so we're just gonna keep on moving. But why did you even introduce them if they weren't gonna be relevant to the plot? You should have just done the thing that we like to do, where, we introduce people in a rom-com that are high school students that clearly have parents, but, we just never mention them, and if we do mention them, we definitely never see them. Well, I'm not gonna rewrite what I've already written. You need to submit script revisions, at least 2 weeks before I've even started writing the script. That's not possible temporal-wise. Exactly, and so Nagi and Hiro, they're gonna get married, right? About time someone finally got married in this show that's, about marriage. Well, it's a fake wedding for, a pamphlet for the shrine, but Sachi's gonna think it's real. Why would she think that her older brother, who is still in high school and not even legally allowed to get married, is getting married? So that we can have a classic I object moment to end off an episode. Oh, well, that's fine if it's at the end of the episode. I mean, if the end of the episode doesn't make sense, we can just use the start of the next episode to make the end of last episode make sense, right? Sure. So anyway, the Nagi and Erika's high school is going to have, a talent show, right? Ooh, a talent show. Tell me all about this showing of talent. Well, you're gonna compete in pairs, and the winner gets, 10 free vouchers for the school cafeteria. Well, that's almost as good as actual money. I know, right? And so the Nagi and Erika, they're gonna team up together, and then they're gonna realize that Erika's parents actually, did the very same talent show and won it. And what did they do? Oh, they did Erika's mother confessing to Erika's father, and he turned her down. It was a whole funny bit. Does that mean Nagi and Erika are gonna copy them and do the same? No, instead they decided to tell the entire school the plot of the story so far. Oh, that is That is an idea, I guess, but the school must be up in arms about them, being engaged. They will have no visible reaction to it, except for this one guy who decides to choose violence that day and come up on the stage and punch Nagi, which gets Nagi and Erica disqualified for, by inciting violence. My favorite kind of disqualification. Not even gonna ask. And so anyway, the Nagi's all beat up and he's in bed, and Erica's gonna give him like a little kiss to remind the audience that, this is still a rom-com. Oh good, because, I was worried there for a second that we'd performed a classic, well-known move of genre change in the middle of a season from rom-com to shonen. And then here's gonna show up with pizza. Ooh, very tasty. And get this, then I is gonna show up with a different pizza. Okay, two people can have the same idea, I guess. I'll take another piece of pizza. And after eating all the pizza, Sachi decides she's still hungry, so she orders a third pizza. I never thought I'd say this, but you have entirely too much pizza, my good sir. Alright, we get back to the actual plot now. Oh yeah, it turns out that Nagi realizes that Erica's dad wants her and Erica to stop living together. Why? Because we need a climax to end off the season, and no other reason. Ooh, a very contrived plot which acts as the season finale in the show which didn't have a season finale but still needed a climax is lit. Indeed it is, and so Nagi and Erica, they go to try to convince him that they should stay in the same house together, but since the father's like, a business hotel tycoon kind of guy, he's gonna be on a boat in the harbor. Naturally, that's what I prefer to do my work. Of course, that work is usually crashing my boat into another boat. And they managed to convince him to, we should keep the show going, because it's good, it's gonna get good eventually. Great, how'd they manage to convince the uber-rich tycoon of industry that it's hotels to do anything they want? They decided that they're in love now. Wait, are they actually in love now? Apparently so. Well, that is a huge level of development. Was there any build up to it though? Not at all. In fact, you're gonna be asking yourself if you missed an episode or something. Confusing people for no reason seems to be the direction we're going with this show, so I like it. And then the season's over, right? What? It's over after a 12 episode runtime? I thought last time we had 24. Yeah, pretty much, except for, a newly developed photo album that's gonna remind the people that, there has been a season so far. Well, I feel like, nothing much happened. That's because, with the exception of I coming into the story, nothing really did. What do you think that ending it so abruptly might make some people not get the message that the season's over and continue looking for a 13th episode? Oh, that! Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about that. So, you have a new season of Rent a Really Bad Idea for me? Yes, sir, I do. And the thing about this season is that we're gonna start off with a flash forward, right? To the last episode, I'm assuming, which will inevitably end on a cliffhanger of the very thing we were teasing the whole season. And exactly, and it seemed like Kazuya is going to, confess to Mizuhara, right? And is he? We'll have to wait 12 episodes and see, we will. Oh, dang it, what happens in the non-flash forward sections of the season? Well, we get to see Ruka and Yukata. Oh, does that mean we're gonna go to a summer festival? No, she wanted to go on a trip with Kazuya, and Kazuya's like, you know what, instead of a trip, let's go to the hot springs 5 minutes away from my place instead. I tried that once. Doesn't tend to work if the girl knows you have money, though. Okay, then, and then Mizuhara's gonna ask Kazuya out for coffee, right? Oh, Mizuhara taking initiative. What's the occasion? She gives Kazuya just a massive amount of money, which he immediately refuses. What? On at least 2 levels? Not important. The point is, Kazuya is gonna ask Mizuhara out to lunch, though. Okay, cool. What happens there? Well, we get to see Mizuhara day drinking, for those who wanted to see that. And what's the significance of that to the plot? Absolutely nothing. At what point are characters gonna start making decisions that actually influence the plot? Not for a while, but here's one. Kazuya and Mizuhara, they're gonna go to a fancy party in Daikanyama to celebrate the success of their movie, right? Wait, isn't that kind of a huge deal? Yeah, and there's all these actors and producers there, but Kazuya's really only focused on the one dude who's hosting the party because, he doesn't like him at all. Really seems like he should have tried to network with some people and establish some connections, perhaps for a future project. Well, he doesn't, so instead he asks Mizuhara if she would ever consider having a boyfriend, and she says, yeah. Was she going to answer no? Well, seeing as this is a rom-com, not a chance, no. Okay, what happens next? Well, Kazuya decides that he's finally gonna ask Mizuhara out after 3 seasons of shamelessly pining after her. And does he? Well, it's not that simple, see. He has to find the right time, the right place, and it's gotta be in an episode whose number is greater than 10. What? Never mind, what happens after that? Well, Kazuya's decided to ask Mizuhara out, so he figures it's only right that he breaks off the trial with Ruka. Wait, that's still going? Apparently so. Yikes, sounds like it'll be difficult for Ruka to be in the show now. Actually, super simple, barely an annoyance. Oh, really? Yeah, she just refuses to accept the breakup. Wait, you can do that? Apparently. Huh. Good to know. And then Kazuya's gonna learn that Mami has infiltrated his grandmother, right? Oh, ew. His grandmother's sake company, to which Kazuya is actually the heir. Wait, so this guy not only made a movie, but is also the heir to a sake company? It sure seems that way. And then Kazuya's also gonna learn that his grandmother loves him and only wishes him happiness. Was that ever up in the air? Apparently, and so then Mami's gonna run into Mizuhara at the college and ask her out for a donut. What's with the ask in quotation marks? Well, it's Mami, so it's less of an ask and more like, come with me now or dire consequences will follow. Yikes. Oh, but to cheer you up, there's gonna be a scene of Sumi running out of the donut shop with a big old smile on her face. Oh, her! Yeah, what's she up to this season? Nothing. What? Yeah, neither her or Minnie are in the season at all. Still want to advertise it like they are main characters, though? You bet, and so the Mami's gonna try to convince Mizuhara that Kazuya is actually a stalker who's out to kill women. Wow, that went from 0 to 100,000 really quick. Yeah, and because Mizuhara has actually met Kazuya, she realizes that, that is not the case. Good. And so then Kazuya's grandmother's gonna show up and tell them that they're all invited to a Hawaiians resort for a few days. Wait, who's everyone? Well, I mean, there's Kazuya, Mizuhara, also Ruka by virtue of being in the room at the time, but there's a problem. And what's that? Ruka's gonna throw a used condom wrapper at Mizuhara's feet after definitely breaking and entering into her apartment. Wait, why used in quotation marks? Well, because, she's trying to give the impression that stuff happened with her and Kazuya, right? But it's a complete lie, and she knows it, Kazuya would know it, and, Mizuhara also definitely knows it. Well, if everyone knows it's a lie, then why bother? So that we can have a good cliffhanger for, like, one episode. I like it. And then everyone's going on the trip, right? We're gonna meet, like, all the side characters coming out of the woodworks. Oh, who we got exactly? Well, we've got Kazuya's friends, who you probably can't name. I definitely cannot. And Kazuya's parents, who I'm sure you thought might not even exist at this point. I have thought that occasionally, for sure. And then, of course, there's Kazuya, his grandmother, Mizuhara, Ruka, oh, and Mami. Whoa, Mami's there? Exactly, she wormed her way into the main storyline again. How did she manage that? By doing it. Ooh, that scheming gal. And then everyone's gonna hit the pool, right? Does that mean swimsuits? Yeah, and all the guys are gonna be peeping underwater to the point where they're actually having an intelligent conversation under there. Wait, do these guys have, like, magical powers or something? For this one scene, yes. And so then Kazuya and Mizuhara, they're gonna go down the water slide and, like, the couples flow. The thing is, Mizuhara's gonna lose her top on the way down, though. Oh, no, what's she gonna do? Well, have Kazuya find it and just immediately put it back on with, like, 10 times more knots. Wait, so if that's just resolved immediately, then what's the point of it? So that we can have a cliffhanger ending for one episode. And then anyway, Kazuya's gonna have a heart-to-heart with Mami, right? A heart-to-heart? Okay, less of a heart-to-heart and more like a heart-to-demon who wants to eat your soul. The point is they're gonna talk. What about? About how Mami only wants Kazuya to be happy. Ah, so she lied. A lot, yeah, and since she knows about the rental girlfriend thing, she also wants Kazuya to come clean to his grandmother. Wait, how did she find out? Off-screen between seasons, but then it's time for everyone to sleep, right? And Kazuya and Mizuhara, they have their own room. Ooh. Which Ruka promptly invades. Ooh. To stop what you're imagining from happening. Ooh, wait, what? And Mizuhara's gonna have a heart-to-heart with Kazuya's mom, who is the character in the story now, and she's gonna tell her all about how she got married at this very resort. Okay, that is sweet. How is that significant to anything that's happening right now, though? Because it turns out that Mizuhara got the family engagement ring from Kazuya's grandmother on the day they met. Yikes, that's a little much for a first encounter. Apparently not, because Mizuhara decides to keep the ring and give Kazuya's mother, a cheap little plastic one. That's probably the last thing Mami should hear them talk about. Which is exactly why she was eavesdropping on the whole conversation. Oh, dang it. And so the Mami's gonna confront Mizuhara in the bathroom and demand that she return the ring. And I'm assuming Mizuhara will say something like, screw off, or this is my ring now, or you had your chances of the cotillion, you. Well, no, Mami just gives her, like, until the end of the day, or when she gets bored, whichever happens first, to, give her an answer. Or what? Bad things, I assume, but anyway, Kazuya's grandmother's gonna tell Kazuya all about how she's very, very thankful towards him, and that gives Kazuya the guts to finally decide he's gonna confess. And this time he does, right? Well, he's gonna do the classic confession run, right? A classic, for sure. And he's gonna grab her hand when she tries to run away from him. A minor form of assault, check. And then just as he starts to say something, she pulls away and runs very, very far away very fast. People do tend to do that if you grab them by the arm when they're actively trying to run away from you. True, but in this case, it turns out she was actually running towards Mami, who has finally decided that she's bored and ready to tell Kazuya's grandmother everything. Well, why didn't she just tell Kazuya that? For suspense? Ooh, that's good. Exactly, and so then we're gonna have a cliffhanger ending where Mami's gonna offer to rent Mizuhara out so that she's no longer implicated for all of Kazuya's non-crimes. And does she take the money? You just have to tune into the next part of the season to find that out. Oh, so we're following the footsteps of Harry Potter and Twilight and the Hunger Games and doing a part 1, part 2 kind of thing? It does seem that way, although I do hope we don't lose any of our main cast along the way. Yeah, I mean, could you imagine if, say, Kazuya's voice actor dropped the role due to scheduling conflicts? Can you imagine? Hey guys, Anime Pitch Me here. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, then I suggest you click over here for some more related content, I hope. Anyway, see you in the next one.